Action. That's old Hollywood talk. The film had to start rolling, get up to a certain speed. The sound guy would say speed. The director would say action. I didn't mean to mislead anybody by saying that a stop sign was like a yield sign. That's just for bicycle riders. Motorists, motorcyclists have to use a stop sign like everybody else has a stop sign. Bicyclists, if there's nobody coming from the side streets, bicyclists can use that as a yield. I'm going to go a slightly different way. What I'm going to do tonight, it's a little after 7:30, it's approaching 7:45. I've got about an hour of daylight left, maybe a little more. There's my hands line. And what I did 3 days ago was a little bit of a review of the GreenBelt, and I want to go back out to the GreenBelt. The wind is getting up again. Nobody's out here. I don't like taking the sidewalks. Not anymore. Popo. This VeloWave bike, this 26 by 4 inch fat tire bike, it's ominous looking on a sidewalk. I didn't realize that until I saw one. I've never been able to photograph it in a manner that truly conveys just how big it does seem. But once you see one, I'm going down the Cesar Chavez lane here. You remember Mr. Chavez, no? And then as soon as I turn this corner here, I'll be on the GreenBelt proper. And I'm going to take you out to some of my favorite spots. Hi. Today it got up to 92 degrees. But getting on this GreenBelt, you go through all these microclimates, and that condensation from the water, it'll cool you off. Plus you're getting all those wonderful negative ions to wash off the positive ions. Our bodies tend to collect positive ions just from friction and other things. And the negative ions help release serotonin in the blood. And serotonin is a mood enhancing substance in our brain, which is why things like rivers and beaches and waterfalls, trees, and forests can make us feel better. I know it works for me. I only have to be out a few minutes on this GreenBelt, and I feel better. Longer than the previous two videos, which were around 20 minutes. In order to get through even the basic part of this ride, it's probably going to have to be more like, well, you can see. You know, I don't get tired of watching videos like this. Right there, somebody with some kayaks. I'll tell you about that spot right there a little bit later. People out there swimming. Good for them. I don't know. Wow, somebody in front of me just got a real sunburn today. I don't know if you can see that, but I can. This was what I expected. I can hear the music. Coming up on Green Acres Food Truck Park, and it's a happening. Uh, and it's busy tonight. We've got a full band tonight. Sometimes it's just a solo artist or a duo. Still in Pedal Assist 2. Bike safety. Announce your presence. On your left, thank you. And we're coming up on a spot that I'm going to stop at, known as the AFL-CIO Monument to Fallen Firefighters. That little click you heard is a branch that hit my helmet. Somebody's zooming by. Here's where I want to turn in. Oh, yeah. I will put a little bit of a text blurb in here about what this is like. Professional Firefighters of Idaho, and also the International Organization of Firefighters. It's a good thing to remember. They do important, sometimes thankless work. And I'm going to be off. I've discovered I can't really speak too loudly into this microphone. It tends to overdrive. It tends to saturate and get a little bit of a clipping effect. This is the Main Street underpass. Usually water down there. No exception tonight. Oh wow, I got wet. Refreshing, outstanding, and mild. Hey, little guy. Oops. Hi. To my right is a bridge I could take over, but it's not supposed to be any bikes over there, I think. This is part of a public swimming hole. And this area I'm going to pull into, I'm not really sure what it's for. It's kind of big and impressive looking. Maybe you could have a wedding out here, or somebody that you know. But it's part of the Esther Simplot Park for swimming. And up on that hill right in front of me are changing rooms. There's someone on a kayak. Swim, kayak, no skiing. Do any of it at your own risk. You might hear a little bit of singing in my tires, maybe. If you hear a little bit of a whine, that's probably because I'm throttling. I usually only use the throttle to get across intersections. This is newly built apartment living condos. Looks kind of like a cruise ship to me. I think they're now leasing. So much new development in this area. Properly, I guess you'd say this is Garden City. A few weeks ago, I went to see my friend Katie G perform at Sturman's Wine and Cigar Shop, and I came back along here and it was dark. I'm glad I had all the headlights. There's no auxiliary lighting for these paths. You might occasionally run into it some places close to, I don't know, a restaurant or something, but it was the darkest I'd ever been on any kind of street or path. At least in town, you've got street lights, but I've got an idea of just how dark these trails can get, which reinforces to me why they say they don't want people on them after dark. Sorry, I had to cough. There's all kinds of pollen in the air right now. Oh, man. Hi. Some nice houses along here. All these people have to do to see the river is stepping on their back deck. Coming up on my right is Luciano's Cafe. It's the smaller, scaled down version of their full restaurant, which is on Emerald. But it's a nice way to have a dinner by the river. There's all kinds of ways and places to take in food, drink, snacks. There's Luciano's on my right. People chitter-chattering. Briefly impedalus is through here to get up this. This is Whitewater Village. Maybe they call it something else, but that's what I thought they called it. Waterhouse Row. Okay. Waterhouse Row. There will be plenty of opportunities for you to experience what that bridge is like. I'm going to turn out for just a few minutes here on, this is the GreenBelt Market here. I'll walk it over here to where this water is. Not so busy tonight. A few people on kayaks out there. Get your wine, beer, snack right there. I'll try it some night. Let me mount up again. You're riding with the Lord. This is Lord Covington, coming to you from the Lord. On your left. Golly, something's gotten in my throat. On your left. Yeah, somebody in a big hurry to get by all of us. That's the Talaya Wine Company there. Hi. Coming up on the Sandpiper Bar and Grill. I'm not the only one that rides with my jams. Somebody just went by with tunes. Go for it, Big Daddy. Kick the tires and light the fires. Coming up on my right, people are uncharacteristically in a hurry tonight, is Ling and Louie's Chinese restaurant, which is a fine place if you want to spend $30 to $50 on a plate of Chinese food. Maybe later. These people on these Lime scooters, they zip in and out of everybody, and they do some of the dumbest things. This is the Fairview Underpass, which is very colorful. And 3 nights ago when I did this first shoot, I turned the camera off for a while here. Don't you want to try that? Surf that bridge wall? Oh yeah. Get your insurance paid up first. This is kind of a nondescript area of the Greenbelt. Yeah, man, just crash right into them, dude. Power down to pedal assist 2 here, and I'm going to turn the camera off for a little while. Camera really makes up for those lights, but it's really kind of dark under here. And I'm coming out on a spot that's taking me back into Ann Morrison Park, which is how I got on the bridge a little while ago. Van Morrison Park is 153 acres, barbecue pits, playgrounds, and let's see, 10 athletic fields. Maybe I can duck in briefly and show you one of the playgrounds. Hi. Wow, a whole line of those scooters. Those things are not inexpensive to rent either. I know, I've done it. I have ridden them. Can be a real nice level of light right now. You can see some of the bumps in this road. I think the camera's going to take a lot of the shake out of it, but not out of me. Strangely quiet tonight. Not that that's a bad thing. Look out, little guy. Yeah, among the discussions that I've seen and heard on biking channels has to do with how old do you think somebody should be before they are allowed to ride an e-bike? And that's a really good question because there have been some deaths in Florida. There was one death, and it was because a young guy that was about 13 years old crashed into a lady that was in her it's okay, in her 60s, and the lady didn't have a helmet on, and she died. And the guy that was 13 didn't. And for a while, they passed a ban on e-bikes in that city. And I don't know, I mean, the things will go pretty damn fast. States are kind of getting a little hip to this, and they're trying to pass some laws that have to do with how old somebody can be when they ride a bike, an e-bike. Some are trying to make it at least 16 years old, and then with some kind of training. But you can see this is what one can encounter here. I'm going to go back across this bridge one more time. Hi. Oh, the light's getting really pretty right now. It's one of those pretty, pretty summer days. On your left, issues about bike safety. Slow down. I am wearing high visibility garment. It's a sash that goes across my shoulders, stretches, has my keys on it. I'm wearing a Class 3 compliant helmet. And remember, share the road. Hi. What I like about my helmet is that it doesn't look like I'm wearing a cantaloupe on my head. I think I'll turn my headlight on. On your left. There. That'll make it more visible to people as I go under these bridges. Those scooters zip right along. People complain about e-bikes, but if you ask me, some of the more treacherous things I see are the scooters. To my left, which you might not be able to see with all those orange umbrellas, is the Cottonwood Grill with an E. $75 to $100 a plate a night for dinner. I've not been there in a long time. Another underpass here. And let's see, we'll be going by the Anne Frank Memorial, which is just up here on my left. But I'm not going to stop in tonight. Just say yes to justice. I'm sorry, on your right. No, I get it. People don't always know that you're coming up. Yeah, I've been at intersections when I was taking sidewalks. I couldn't hear when an electric car was, coming up on the corner. It's not a matter of climbing that short distance in terms of needing the extra oomph to get of it. You just don't always know when you're going to run into somebody. Hi. Oh, it looks clear, I think. All right. Brought a little bit. Well, man, there's something out there in that pollen. Yeah, and right here at the Albertsons Library, I'm going to call it a wrap again. Hope you've had a nice day. Talk to you later.